Hold tight and welcome to today's plumberparts.co.uk video. Today we're going to have a very quick look at secondary return systems on hot water tanks. They're really simple, really easy to install if you've got the house in bits already, but really it's not the sort of thing you want to put in after you've actually done all the house itself. So let's have a quick look at the singular component there is on one of these systems and how they work. This here is the secondary return pump. What that does is it pumps water up and into the hot water tank just up here. Hot water is then pushed round through here and then up out of the outlet and round to all the taps. The difference between this pump and a normal heating system pump is what it's made of. The impellers and the pumping area are made of brass. That's because it's pumping fresh water all the time and it needs to be resistant to corrosion, and brass is. Let's pop to the office and find out how these systems work. So, most normal hot water systems in a house will have a hot water tank with the hot water coming out the top and going off to a tap above a sink or something like that. But what happens if you run the tap for ages and ages before any hot water comes through? This was a problem of particular importance in hospitals, which is where this idea came from. So they thought, because it's pumping fresh water all the time, they'll put a small brass pump in line and basically create a fresh hot water circuit. So instead of someone opening this tap up here and having to wait for ages for hot water to get there, what they'll do is they'll have a circuit of hot water a lot closer to that tap. The water is pumped round, very near past that tap, and then back just about a foot down into a nice little inlet back in the tank. So then you have hot water constantly flowing round and round and round very near that tap, and you can have different taps coming off elsewhere. You can have shower heads and different bits and pieces all the way. Now the main thing you have to make sure you do if you ever install a system like this, or you see one of those pumps, is at any opportunity make sure it's fully insulated, because if you don't insulate these very well, it's a lot of wastage in heat, and you'll find that constantly the thermostat starts to cut in and call for the coil to come on, or the immersion heater will come on to try and top that lost heat up. I hope you found today's video interesting, and I hope it's given you a good idea about how secondary return hot water systems work and what that plug means on the side of a new tank when you get it, because a lot of people look at that and think, what the hell is that? If you need any more help or any more information, go to our website, go to our Twitter, and go to our Facebook. Favourite and subscribe to our videos on YouTube, and as you know, there's going to be another video up every week. Again, I hope you found today's video helpful, and I'll see you all very soon. And if you've got any suggestions, let me know and I'll see if I can pop them in. Thanks ever so much, guys and girls. Hold tight. Plumberparts.co.uk. Honest reviews and advice.